Hello guys, and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Fafnir, and that's the abilities I have on it. And yeah, so I wanted to kind of do a review on it. I didn't see a lot of people talking about it and discussing strategies for it. So yeah, I wanted to give my viewpoint on it and my opinion. Now, first thing I want to discuss is weaknesses and strengths of it. So the first major weakness of it is that's a kind of a tough one because it doesn't have necessarily weaknesses. It's pretty vulnerable in the air, but it can also outmaneuver your enemy in the air. But one major problem it has is with dealing with Orochis. Orochis are a major, and you'll see later on in this clip. This is gonna be way later on. You're gonna see me actually beat an Orochi, which is pretty rare because in this robot, when they go into stealth and then they start hitting you, and the missiles have such accuracy and do so much damage, it's highly difficult. You can actually easily beat a shell, as you'll see I'm doing here, as long as you can stay right above them in their blind spot, because pretty much every robot, it has a blind spot, and that's kind of what makes the Fafnir unique and overpowered in a way, because it's very difficult to hit it. As you can see here, I bypass his shield with my legendary pilot, which I would recommend more than the healing, but it's okay, it really doesn't matter which one. But as you can see here, it allowed me to get the upper hand and catch him off guard. But yeah, the Fafnir, the one reason it's OP is because it can get in your blind spot. I get taken down right here, I want to say. I can't remember. Well, actually, no, I don't. I was able to kill him and then land. But it can get right in your blind spot, right above you, and it can stay right above you. Especially when fighting an author, it's extraordinarily difficult target to hit, and that really gives you the upper hand in a lot of battles. So one strategy tip I would recommend is you'll notice quite often I'll stay right above them, just where they're in view, where my laser can hit them. So you want to kind of follow what I do, and you want to stay right there in their blind spot. You want to kind of stay right above them to like a corner of them. That way it'll give you the upper hand when you're fighting them, because they'll have a really difficult time. Now, some people just aren't that skilled. Like this dude, he probably could have beat me. As you can see, I am really low on health. He could have definitely beaten me here. But see, I keep outmaneuvering. Him, and it makes it really difficult. But he could have beaten me. It wouldn't have been too terribly difficult to. And I got him right there. But I was outmaneuvering. Now, if he was pretty skilled, he would have been able to easily shoot me down, simply because I didn't have a lot of health. But this is not, I'm not like a expert league or master league, so you're not going to see extraordinarily high leveled and highly skilled people. You'll see some pretty skilled people because I am almost to expert league, but you'll notice you're not going to see extremely talented. See, like, he shouldn't have done that. That was stupid, because that robot's not that strong. He should have came around the left and flanked me. But I will do, if you guys want me to, I'll do a separate video discussing strategy for the robot. But you can take a lot away from the gameplay here. And as you can see, I'm being attacked by an Orochi, which I'm basically screwed. Yep, see, I was one shot. But that's not a good example of how difficult these things are to fight. One thing I would really have to say is a major positive to this thing, outside of its ability to stay in flight and stay above you. One major positive to it is that, like, when you're on the ground, you get defense points, and so sometimes in certain scenarios, it's better to land. See, that was kind of perfect because I just landed right then. But sometimes it's better to land, and you see, as you can see over to the left, I get the defense points buff. I want to say it's like 45 or 60 defense points. Not a crazy amount, but it can really make you, in some scenarios, you'll have to land to get that kill in, because it'll make you tougher, and one of your weapons may be out, because you'll notice I only have two bottom active weapons when I fly. I intentionally have those at level 12 too. If you go back earlier in the video, yeah, this dude didn't notice me. I don't know what was going on there. Well, actually, I want to say he was so focused on the Orochi that he didn't even notice me. Now, this dude keeps hiding, but he screwed up right then when he went back into his ability when it was unnecessary, and now I got the upper hand. Because the Orochi's weak once you can get it out of stealth. But, yeah, see, I land there because it was really unnecessary to keep flying. But yeah, one major plus to it is the fact that you can just kind of stay right above them and they can't really hit you. So you also have to be kind of risky and bold with this robot, because if you stay at a distance or you don't stay constantly actively moving, you can really screw yourself in the long run, because that'll give them the advantage to shoot you. Of course, this when you have the legendary pilot on it, it makes it really easy. The one that I have, to take down other Fafnirs and Ares. Oh my god, it's so easy to take Hades and Ares and anything with a shield that depends on a shield. It's really easy to take them out with the legendary pilot that bypasses shields. I would highly recommend it. I felt like a piece of crap here because he was low on health and I was just kind of coming at him. But I mean, see how he utilized where he was at? That's smart playing right there. You really want to utilize anything nearby. If he would have, as you see, he keeps moving. Well, another plus to the Fafnir, I can just fly right over him. Normally that would have been an effective strategy, but as you can see, I was just able to fly right over him and completely disregard that strategy. However, in most scenarios, that's very smart. You want to utilize any location and try to see who your enemy is and what you're going up against. You really want to know who you're going up against, because sometimes it can make all the difference. It might seem kind of irrelevant, like, oh, it's a hawk or anything, but sometimes it's very important to know what you're going up against and to know when to, so that'll let you know how much you can actually withstand and when to activate your ability. As you'll see later on when I fight the Orochi, I very strategically activate my ability and wait it out, because I was like very carefully planning. You'll see, like 10 seconds in advance, I was planning when to attack and when to activate my ability. So there is a lot of strategy that goes into these robots and fighting. See, as you can see, I can bypass the shield. I chose not to fight right here because I was already winning by a landslide, and I was just like, I'll just, kill the loser. Not the loser, the winner. But yeah, I could have bypassed the shield and it would have been just as easy right here. Yeah, that's another good strategy. Can you notice how I kept flying to the left? That was really smart. Like, because you want to try to outmaneuver their shells. And occasionally, if you get really good with a robot, and if you have a lot of money, you can crack out the speed on it, and you can easily, Orochis won't even be a problem anymore. But I want to kind of give you guys, not just because I don't have piles of money to spend on it, but I also want to give you guys an accurate representation of what most of you are probably going to be dealing with. I highly doubt a lot of you are going to have sonic weapons on it, and it's going to be fully maxed out. As you saw, it's only level 7, and I have 4 T-Punishers on it. And as you can see, I'm doing extraordinarily good. 8 kills, first place, survived multiple encounters. As you can see right here, here it comes. This is the Orochi. Here we go. Now, I intentionally landed. Here we go, here we go, here we go. And boom, I waited till then because I realized if I stayed on the ground, he could just 2 or 3 shot me. Would have been nice to have the Mantis right here. And see, boom, he screwed up. He went right back in. And notice, I want to say I was able to miss one of those. And boom, game over. Too late by then. That was really awesome. You'll notice I highlighted that check mark. I put easy. But in actuality, I had a lot of clips where Orochis were kicking my rear end. But that's just me being honest. But you can utilize what I just did there, and sometimes you have to think a plan. That's why you really want to know who you're going up against. Because if I just went into flight mode, if it had been an Ares, I could have just went into flight mode and attacked him. But because it was an Orochi, I had to wait and attack completely differently than you normally would. So it's all about trying to utilize every position. Here I'm emptying my ammo because he's an author, which I paid attention to earlier. It's kind of difficult to keep track of multiple things while the battle's going, but it's definitely smart to constantly keep track of who you're going up against. And here you're going to see me use some really smart utilization of that laser and flying over him, as I mentioned earlier. And here we go, flight mode. And see, watch, I fly right above him. And I get right in that quarter, and he has a really difficult time trying to hit me. Of course, I was already low on health, so when he activated his blast, it still hit me. But numerous times I have been like on half health and taken down authors using that strategy. But yeah, it's really smart to utilize being able to fly right above them. I feel kind of bad because there's really nothing they can do about it. because I play with respect and honor when I'm fighting people, and sometimes you just feel bad when you're going up against somebody with not near as good equipment, or like when you're doing stuff like what I'm fixing to do. See, boom. See, I can get right there on him. See, notice how I'm staying right at his view. Kind of jumbled my words there, but seeing they were both shooting at me, but I kept constantly moving. I start healing myself right there. I noticed I'm getting low on health. It's really difficult to pay attention to a lot of things at once because there's a lot going on. I want to say he kills me right here. Yeah, he ends up getting me. By the time I realized I should move to the left, it was too late. But this was a really good game. It came out very nicely. But yeah, the Fafnir is an extremely good robot. I would highly recommend it. Definitely worth it. If y'all want, I will make another video discussing it, like strategies for it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Consider giving me a like. I hope these videos get better, and bye.